Everybody says your first YouTube video sucks, so I figure we should get it out of the way. Here in my garage, this is my Lamborghini. I'm a pretty low-key person. I'm not gonna bounce up and down on invisible trampolines. I'm not gonna do that, face where you're making a surprise face or a shocked face and pointing at things. And hear the birds. Everybody says your first YouTube video sucks. And really, it's more of a learning experience about the process. I've learned several things so far. For example, the camera was too close when I did my first take. The important thing is that you say, this is what I want to do. I'm going to try this. I think I can succeed at it. And this is probably the part where I go back and I look and find out the autofocus everything up and I just said all these things and then I'm out of focus. Things that I've learned so far are I'm probably going to need a microphone that's a shotgun mic that attaches to the camera. I really need a camera that has a flip around thing so I can see whether or not I'm in the frame while I'm recording. I'm going to see if my head gets cut off because that's what happened last time and it was pretty stupid looking. I need a way to be able to know whether it's in focus. So does this thing actually have autofocus that functions or not? So those are features that are important, I think. What is the point of this video? The point of this video is it's my first video and I'm learning the process of making videos and I'm learning about things that I need. What have I learned today? Well, this is a camera I'm borrowing. I was seeing if it's going to do a decent job. It doesn't have some things that I would like for it to have. I'd like a camera that records more than 20 minutes without cutting out, because that's really annoying. Something that just records until the card's full. Something that has a longer battery life, because this battery only lasts an hour or so. Something that's got a flip screen so I can see what's going on while I'm looking into the camera and whether my head is cut off, because I have no idea right now if my head is cut off or if I'm in focus. Yeah, let's push this button. Yeah, I'm probably in focus. I don't think this has a microphone input, but I think I'm going to have to listen to the audio when I get back and see. I'm probably going to need a cardioid or a hypercardioid that mounts on the top for better audio quality. That's a big thing that turns people off on a lot of videos, is when the audio is terrible. There's not a lot of noise here. Birds, crickets, and in the future I'm going to talk about what the project is, the main project that we're calling Age of Dream. I think in the short term my big focus is on getting this building done that will ultimately be a studio where we can actually start producing the core content of what I intended to create, which is a fiction series. I kind of want this to be somewhat of an interactive process too, because the other side of this isn't just producing a fiction series, it's kind of a proof of concept, because I believe we've reached a point where when you have artists with a certain idea, with a story to tell, that they can tell that story now at the same technical caliber that you get out of Hollywood, without having to have the Hollywood budget, without having to be exploited by a corporation, without having, the styrofoam core inside of it with an art veneer on a styrofoam core where it's hollow, where there's actually something real. And I'm not going to get into art versus entertainment because that's a rabbit hole that we do not have time for with a 20-minute record time, but I think there's a lot of potential here for artists in general, and I would like to collaborate with other artists that are storytellers specifically. I think film is a genre, and that's not just cinema film, that's just visual, any type of visual, audio-visual presentation is a great medium for storytelling. I think there's a lot of opportunities, and I think there's opportunities for collaboration without spending a lot of money. So this is very much about how we can min-max, make something that's super high professional caliber on a web series hobby-sized budget. And I believe with the technology that we can do that, that we've come to a point in time where we can actually accomplish that. And I think there's a lot of opportunities for collaboration. But ultimately, I think what we're going to do is, I think we're at a point where we can create high quality content without the budget and have it be just as good technically as the big stuff, but something that still has all of the new innovative ideas that aren't just another reboot like Batman Returns again, because you know that's all they do is make the same things over and over again. But people have stories to tell, new stories, innovative stories that don't get past the green light guys, and I think we can make this stuff ourselves. I think we can distribute it ourselves. You don't need companies involved, and that's the kind of content I want to create. Is a proof in the pudding, actual series that's high caliber, like that just completely raises the bar on what a web series typically is. I think that's probably a good place to leave this as a first video, because it's going to be dark, and I don't want to do the Blair Witch thing. They're everywhere. The trees are everywhere. I'm hoping that there's other people that are interested. Let me know what you're interested in, and then we'll go from there. Thanks.